All right, here we go again. All right, here we go again. I got another one for you, and I'm going to make a note of something that I recently spoke to somebody close to me about just a few days previous to this. All right, listen to this. I'm on the fence on this, but I did as you asked. You said that if you want proof, ask your friends, family, co-workers, strangers in the store, so I did. Boy, have I come a long way with a new view. Here's one that got to me. I'm a mother of 3 children. Back in 1993, we moved our children out to a property that my father-in-law had purchased back in the mid-1970s. 40 acres out in the desert in Northern California, 80 miles from Reno, Nevada on the California side. There's no electricity, no running water, no sewer, nothing out there. Just sagebrush and wind and dust and antelope and wild mustang. Well, I was taking my 2 oldest to school one morning. They were 7 and 8 at the time. The 7-year-old shouted out that there was a bear or something in the ravine going up into the Skedaddle Mountains. I downplayed it on her. I asked her if she remembered ever seeing anything weird out in the desert in the 4 years we lived there, and she brought up the bear, she said to me. Mom, I can still see it. It was like a bear, but huge, dark brown, and was standing up on 2 feet. Bears don't do that unless they are after berries or marking trees. There were no trees for this bear to be marking. She told me that it still scares her. She had a very bad feeling about it. This daughter will be 34 in December. She was 7 when that happened to her. My then 8-year-old, who just turned 35 on the 19th of August, told me that she remembered catching a glimpse of the bear and how I downed her sister on it. She did not speak up. Both my daughters, 7 and 8-year-olds, were very happy when we moved away from that desert. My son was only 3, so I've not asked him, but since hearing about the 3-year-old that used to use the car to get away from the hairy man, I will ask him. My husband and I did see an orb while living out there. That scared me. It woke us both up. My husband drinks, I do not. He is very hard to wake up once he goes to sleep. This orb was glowing almost a fluorescent green. It woke both of us up. I immediately went into the protective mama bear mode and went in to protect my sleeping children. The orb changed colors to an orange-pink for a few minutes, went from window to window and back again. Then it turned green again, and I watched it fly off in the Skedaddle Mountains. Never saw another one. We did have strange sounds out there, but everybody that lived out there just laughed it off, stating it was the military base. Thanks, Steve. I've jumped off the fence. More and more people that have asked me are coming forth with stories that have rocked my world. We live in Idaho, and I've hunted and fished in Idaho for all these years. We have not seen any Sasquatch, but the creepy feelings and the dead silence, where not even a chipmunk or a bird is making a sound, has happened a few times. Thanks, Steve. Signed, me, Bent Sitter, no more. There you go. And it is true. If you have a straight-up demeanor, look somebody in the eye, and ask them honestly if they've ever had any kind of a weird encounter with something unknown in the forest or mountains, or if they know anybody, they'll open up and tell you. But if you put a smirk on your face and start laughing, they're going to clam right up and they're not going to say shit to you. And it's funny. We were talking about the lights that are so commonly seen in association with sightings of these wild people. There's no denying it. They go hand in hand as fact. It's been noted and reported thousands of times from unrelated people. Okay? And that is the evidence and that is the facts. And if your brain has it in you to deny honest facts being shared, well, I feel very, very bad for you. I feel strongly that you are missing a very large boat. And unfortunately, your brain's not firing independently or correctly. It's just all there is to it. But coincidentally, we talk about the lights, the orbs, if that's what it's called, an orb. I don't know who come up with the word orb, but to put it blatantly, these are commonly round lights, balls of light that are being seen by thousands of people, you guys, all right? Thousands. And Sarah and I were recently on the island, on the boat, offshore, fishing, hanging out, talking, and remember previously we've all heard and witnessed people who have these experiences with somebody, and they don't talk about it ever again, which is really amazing to me, and I find myself really curious about that. no matter what the experience is, I am very curious to find out what it is about the human mind that commonly blocks people from wanting to discuss an experience with each other when they've shared it forever. It's really, that's a really bizarre fact for me to wrap my head around. But coincidentally, Sarah was telling me that years ago, they were all adults, her and her 4 or 5 brothers, on the family farm in Manitoba. They're all outside after sundown during the night, clear night, and they all saw in the distance a bright white light shining down into the forest and lighting that particular zone up. No aircraft, no sound, no nothing. Just a bright white light sitting there on the tops of the timber, lighting up and shining down the ground. And I'm like, what? I mean, after all this time, you just tell me this now, which was just a couple days ago, and it's right now, it's September 1st, 2020. And she kind of laughed. She's like, well, I don't know. We just said we just never really talked about it. I'm like, what? So what? And I said to her, I go, what'd you guys do? Like, you're all looking at it. She goes, yeah, we're all looking at it. All of us are looking at it, not knowing what it is. And I go, then what did you do? She goes, well, we were just kind of weirded out. And we all went inside. I'm like, no way. And like, no video, nobody thought to take a picture. She's like, no, it's just really weird. And we never really talked about it. It's just odd to me, right? I mean, there's somebody I trust in my life sharing an experience, and the family did not talk about it afterwards. It's not odd, but it's not so odd that it's not common. The odd thing to me is how common it is. How many people I speak to who are with family members or friends, and they have an odd experience, and they all see something clear as day, and their minds will not allow them to talk about it, or they're not motivated in any way to talk about it with each other again immediately after that experience went down. That, to me, is really something else. And I find myself really curious about what's going on there and why. Aren't you? But anyway, again, if you want to help fund our creation, our project of honest facts and knowledge, you can with the links below. And I will, once I get back from this upcoming trip, I'll have more details to share with you about that project, exactly how it's going down, what it's going to take. And but be assured that it is going down right now, and there's nothing stopping it. There's no strangers involved, and in no way, shape, or form can the information be being shared on that item. It will never be manipulated or changed or held back from you. Never. All right. Be safe out there.